and redo those before I start concluding anything and or busting out a flamethrower or wrecking ball. Oh, that scared me. Look at what I found. Some bubble gum from 1983. I wonder what flavor. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Mars, God of War. Should be something like Mars, Gremlins of War, or something. Because there are a lot of them. And I'm going to try and remedy some of that today with this. Thank you, Russell McIntyre gave me these. Tried to pay him, he didn't want any money. Edge connectors for almost all the major connectors. If there's anything I don't have, I think there might be one or two that I'll still need. I'm going to order them from Drapple. D-R-A-P-L. You can just type in Drapple store if you want to order some of these. And Eddie, who owns that store, 3D prints these. These are the exact same file or whatever that Russell printed himself. So this is the same stuff, and I'm gonna give it a try. I've never fully repinned a System 81 machine before. I've hardly done any repinning on any Gottlieb edge connectors, but I'm kind of doing the works on this machine because I want it to be reliable and working properly. So that's what I'm gonna get up to, and I'm just gonna plant my butt right here and pin away for the next however long it takes me. So I'll be back in a couple hours maybe. All right, here's the status. These are connectors that I'm not going to use right now. This one would fit for the sound, but I'm not really concerned about sound at the moment. And these are the ones that I've replaced. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, is this one? Yeah, okay, so I've done 5. Well, I did that one in the past. I've repinned this. This is now new. This is newly repinned. This is new. This is new. These connectors are for displays. Pretty sure that's all they're for, and my displays are fine. This is new. These guys are new. So the only thing I need now, at a minimum, is this connector and this connector, and I'm going to order that from the Drapple store. I've got the sound one if I need. I'm not worried about all these other style connectors or this auxiliary lamp driver board. So if I can do these two and hopefully not have to do that, I wonder if that one's even available. Anyway, I will order those two, and then, you know, that's pretty friggin' solid. So if I have any issues after that, then I'll have to figure out whatever that is at that point. But feel like I'm making progress. I think I'm gonna actually clean up my mess, because I'm not gonna get those other 2 connectors for probably a week or something like that. So I might as well clean up everything. And look what else I got today. This is from Drapple as well. Mars, God of War rubber kit. Even though this machine came with a white one, I wanted translucent. So I don't want to completely do all the plastics and rubbers just in case I need access to switches and whatnot. But I don't know, maybe I will see if I can do some of them without interfering with stuff. Actually, you know what I probably should do? Let's fix this darn solenoid once and for all. But firstly, let me clean up my mess and see if the machine is still actually working. All right, mess cleaned. Let's see what happens. Give it a few seconds here. All right, we've got CPU booting up. We've got a tracked mode. got credits. Let's see if I can add credits. That always seems to be an intermittent issue. Okay, that worked. Let's start a game, see if we have solenoids. Okay, everything's working as pretty much it was in the past. I really do think that connector issues are probably going to be these guys anyway, just from all the strain from the harness. So what I've done may not have affected anything whatsoever, although it's definitely good to have done. And maybe this guy, this might actually add some improvement. It definitely is not going to hurt. All right, well, let's see if we have rebound switches. That's not a rebound switch. That's good. And in typical fashion, we just lost our sound. That works. Works. Sky. Drop targets. Oh, that scared me. Let's check this. That's fine. What about pop bumpers? How do you light them up? Oh, shit. I think stuff is broken again. What the F happened? I think I hear buzzing that I didn't hear before. Yeah, so look at that. The switches stop working again. But solenoids, slings and flippers are working. Ouch, pop bumpers are working. So what happened? Yeah, so really not much has improved, has it? But I'm going to order these connectors and redo those before I start concluding anything and or busting out a flamethrower or wrecking ball. Okay, I haven't been in the basement since yesterday, so I'll let you know where I'm at. Actually, what I've been finding is that this machine does not power up properly, consistently. Last night it took me like 10 tries before it actually powered up properly. Looks like it worked this time. So here's another gremlin that I found. So if you hit the M, it lights up both these pop bumpers, which it should not do. I think that's that weird wiring underneath. So I'm going to try and remedy that. You hit A, turns on that. R turns on nothing. And S will turn on this pop bumper briefly until it resets. So there's some weirdness going on there. And things will work until, I guess, the CPU locks up, which it does pretty consistently. I haven't really found the reason. There. Things just died. So all of a sudden, my switches, my sounds, my scoring, that is all stopped. So is that a CPU issue? Is that a connector issue? Is it a voltage issue? Not quite sure yet, but them's the gremlins I gotta fight. So I think I'm going to start by trying to remedy this wiring underneath. Maybe try and get this solenoid working, and then go from there. Oh, look at what I found. Some bubble gum from 1983. I wonder what flavor. Oh yeah, I remember dropping this bulb. But I've got a little bit of a jungle of wires here. I think I should like untangle this. That might help with my stress on my harness there, but yeah, yum. It looks like orange. Okay, let's see what's going on with this wiring here. You can see someone loosely tied this wire here to the harness, so I'll undo that so I can see what's going on. Remove that. It's like they tied this pop bumper to this pop bumper. Why? I'm not sure. Maybe something was going on with the driver board and one pop bumper wasn't working, so... Oh, I know why. I just realized, remember that switch that was completely mashed in an earlier episode? I think that was on this pop bumper. So that switch was clearly not working. So their remedy to that was to tie in that switch to the adjacent pop bumper. And then therefore you could actually spell Mars and progress your bonus multiplier, I guess. That is just a little nick in the wire. Oh, okay. So where does this go? Okay, I'll pause and take off that tape. Okay, tape is removed. Can you even see what is going on here? Can I zoom in further? No? Okay. There's where the tape was. And here is what I got to do. Reconnect this wire to here and put some tape around that. And bring that all back to original. So that's fine. And then just reconnect this. And I think that should remedy that switch oddity. So I'll be back. All right, this is all back to the way it was. Some clear shrink tubage there for that joint and some for that joint. And actually, that little nick there I should consider doing something about. It's also a little nicked there and maybe here too. Oh, I think someone's here, so I'll be right back. Okay, that was fellow shenanigander Steph Carner that just popped by to actually buy my old Mars God of War MPU, which is working, and he needs it for a timeline project that he's working on. So while he was here, we checked out to see if my wiring unhacking resolved this issue here. So I know the answer already, but you do not. So, oops, let's see if the M lights up both these lights like before. Voila. That issue is now resolved. Okay, and I thought that when you roll down this in lane, it does this big giant light show like you're collecting a friggin' jackpot. I guess that is normal. That's just some sort of combo shot. And then the machine locks up, which it likes to do randomly. So that is a separate issue, but at least I feel like I'm moving forward. Okay, next on the list, this is the the power supply that was in the machine. This has been worked on. It looks like at least a new capacitor, and that diode was replaced. But I just want to rule that out as being a suspect. So this is a freshly refurbished power supply from Brent. New connector there, new cap, new connector, new connector. We've got the ground mods done. And so we've got new male and female there, new male, not female there, and new male and female here, So it's just getting more and more bulletproof the more I do to this. So I'm gonna see if this changes any of the behavior, see if my lockup's still keep happening. And I tried to ground out the solenoid for the drop target bank, and it is not working. I am getting voltage, so it's either a transistor problem, connector problem, or solenoid problem, but I tested the solenoid back before I installed. Wait, I didn't install that one. Maybe I'll retest the solenoid just to make sure that it is not shorted and that I'm getting the correct ohms, but still working on this, but we'll see if that changes anything, the refurbed power supply. I just measured the voltages on the new power supply and they are all good. Just added a couple credits and it let me, so that's also good. So let's see if I can get this machine to crash. And if I can, hey, I think we're crashed. Yep. So maybe I will try. You know what? Bigfoot Bruce gave me this Lizzie System 80 CPU. And it might just be time to try this out. I just didn't want to install this without knowing everything else is okay, so I don't blow it up, but voltages on the power supply are good, so I think I should be okay to install this. So I might just go ahead and do that, but maybe first I will install, yeah, maybe I'll do this. This is yet another System 80 CPU, restored by Brent, and let's try this one out and see if that does anything different. Okay, this is Brent board number 1. I've swapped the ROMs for Brent board number 2. The ROM number is 666. And that is the game number 2. Gottlieb number 666, Mars, God of War. I think I got everything connected. So let's see if the behavior changes. Also, ground mod. So that's on there as well. Let's see what happens. Is it even going to boot up? All right, we got a track mode. It's a good start. It says we have 20 credits. Probably from when Brent was doing his testing. Still no solenoid magically, be nice if it just magically started working, but that doesn't typically happen. Let's see if we can start a game. All right, we are live. Now it's just a matter of time before the CPU crashes, right? New power supply, new CPU. The only other main connectors I gotta do are these. Well, these 2 outside ones. I don't want to have to do that. Well, here goes nothing. Let's just mess around until stuff breaks. Locked a ball. I should turn it up a little bit. Oh, I was just gonna say the sound hasn't cut out yet, but I spoke too soon. The background sound anyway. Turned on for a second there. Hey, this doesn't make that crazy friggin' light show every single time you hit it. Maybe me fixing this wiring remedied that, because, what? Oh, you gotta turn them off. Okay, wait. Yes, that's working. Turn that off. Turn that off. Now, what if I turn off this R? Will it give me the light show? No. Okay, extra ball is lit. That's pretty cool. I like my pink LEDs. It's quite the sound effect. Things are working still, which is kind of weird. Oh, 2-ball, multi-ball. Interesting. It's appearing as though basically everything is working. What about this guy?
Prepare for battle. Prepare for battle.
This is the longest this machine has ever worked, I think, without crashing.
Prepare for battle.
Let's get another extra ball. Oh, what happened? Oh, I collected it from here, I guess. Okay. And special. I think the knocker works. And one more knocker. Alright, well, let's drain. Collect some bonus. Okay. I don't really want to suspect the CPU just yet, but at the moment, that is where my brain is going. Worst comes to worst, if I do think it is this, I can send it back to Brent and he'll check it over for me. Because I think I'm going to have to send my soundboard. So far so good. Now, I think I'm going to go find the other Brent driver board and stick that in here and see if that gets my solenoid working. Okay, this is Brent driver board number 2. I gotta try and keep track of all this. This is the first Brent driver board I stuck in and concluded the machine wouldn't boot up with this in it, but I don't think it was the driver's fault. I think it might have been the CPU's fault for the intermittent boot issue. So, if there is an issue with a transistor causing this to not work, then this should remedy that. But this should have all working transistors as well. So I'm just trying to test kind of the easy way whether this is a transistor issue or not. I went and looked at the schematics to see which transistor operates that drop target bank, and it doesn't really clearly tell you. It says solenoid 1, solenoid 2, solenoid 3 is, solenoid 4 is Q56, solenoid 7 is, I don't know which solenoid is this, and it didn't say in the manual where. I didn't find it anyway. I'm sure it does somewhere, but I scoured over it and couldn't find it, so this is why I'm swapping the driver board to see if this actually works. Then I know it was board related or connector related. Alright, 23 credits. Let's hit the start button and see if these drop targets pop up. No. Okay. Well, that means almost for sure that that is a wiring or solenoid issue. So that does narrow things down. And wait a minute. This is weird. Why are these lights on at the beginning of the game, I think? That's definitely weird. Why did that happen? Let's turn it off and on again. So all those lights are now locked on. Okay. This is why I love Gottlieb System 80s. Let's try this one more time. Okay then. Alright, I'm going to put the other driver board back in and presume that I'll get back to the original state, which may or may not actually be the case. Okay, got the other driver board back in here. Let's see if I can get back to the happier state that I was in without locked on lamps. Okay, that's good. Everything seems to be good there. So now I think I can test out the solenoid and wiring and see if I can get this drop target bank finally effing working. I feel like I've been thinking about it for a month and haven't actually resolved it yet. Okay, this coil here, A18318, supposed to be 7.9 ohms or something, and it was about 8.3, so that's fine. And then I checked, looks like these guys run to here. I removed these fuses and tested them. I don't even know for sure that that's where they actually run, but let's see. This is like red, orange. And this is red, orange on this side. So maybe. How are these guys looking? Is that one diode look a little sus? Woo! That's close. Okay. Wow. Dizzy yet? Uh-huh. That diode has been replaced. I don't know what that's for, but it doesn't concern me, but I'm gonna mentally note that. Anyway, I should check all these fuses just to be safe. But I was trying to trace the wiring, and look what I found. There is some not goodness going on there. This ground wire is been severed, so I doubt that that's going to resolve anything, but I am going to remedy that ASAP. Is that a spider nest in there? Hopefully there's nothing alive. Okay, I think I already mushed the last remaining spider out of this machine. Okay, so working in the bottom corner of the playfield is always fun and great for the back. But if you take a close look, you'll see that I managed to get enough slack. I had to remove this clip here and this black clip down there, and then feed this green wire up a little bit from below and down a little bit from above, and then it's soldered and shrink tubed and zip tied, and then I got one more zip tie to go here to seal the deal, and then that should be free and clear. I was starting to wonder if that was something that I did, but I think I am not guilty because I clipped this off orange zip tie, so I think someone else has been in there before me. So anyway, that's all fixed up. All right, a couple zip ties, and now I have some good clearance for the play field to slide. And that is about all the time I have for tonight. It's Wednesday, so it is soccer time. So we'll see you guys later.